Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. LUNC community, USTC repeg community. What's going on, everybody? All right, so the daily grind continues, and you can see the price is trying to go up to the upside. The markets are up big today, at least if you believe coin market caps right now. 4.65% to the upside for market cap, and the volume's up 84% right now. Okay, so everybody's bullish on the markets right now because the Feds are going to rate cuts, right? And most people believe it's going to begin in May after the Bitcoin halving. Somewhere about May, June, July, but people are pricing in or pricing up the markets ahead of the rate cuts. So once we see the rate cuts, the markets are probably going to fall. You know what I mean? During the rate cuts, because we've already priced it in. We're pricing it in now, right? So we're pricing in the rate cuts February and March. I think until about March 15th, we're going to be pricing in this rate cut. So markets are going to go higher here as we price up these rate cuts that are coming, these three rate cuts that are coming. And then once we see the first one, it will be a sell the news event. So, but I think we're going to sell off before the halving too. We always see a big dip. We always see a big dip like 2 weeks before, 2 or 3 weeks before the halving. We always have a big dip, right? And then that's a really good buy. In history, that dip before the halving has been an excellent buy, right? So once we climax here, probably into March, and then in this little rally that we're having here, and then we get that big dip in that March time period before the halving, and then we consolidate in that area, and then for a couple of months, and I think we'll probably consolidate and then even continue to go down with the rate cuts coming. I think we're going to go down as we have priced up that information already, so it could be a more sell the news event. So I think by the time we hit spring, which is what I don't even know what spring is. Is it spring in March or April? I have no clue. I don't even care anymore. But either way, once we hit that March April time period, I think people will be happy. If as long as we're continuing to price up the markets here, and the altcoins to make a nice little 10x to 100x move here, and the meme coins, so we can see maybe 100x to a 50 to 1,000x on some of these meme plays. They just start breaking out of nowhere here in February and March. That would be awesome. Okay, and then we sell the news for the rate cuts, and then we once the rate cuts are over, we then get back on track, and then get these markets pumping to the upside into going into 2025 as we climax into the final bull cycle that most people believe that we're going to be able to make any money in, or at least significant amount of money in. Okay, so Taylor Classic up 333, market cap's up 338, volume's up 24%, and we're at 1162. So we're crunching away at this 11 to 13 area. This is a area that has a lot of, you see here, this area has a lot of resistance and choppy action, right? So past choppy action here, we got to get above this area and blast to that 1.5 area, and then get above it, and then use that as support here to really get going and head towards that 0.005, that 305, 306 area, or even 201 area. All right, by April, you know, or by the climax of this move, before we see a dip. Before we always see a dip before the halving. So if we can get up to 305, 306 by the time we hit the climax of this run here, before we get the big dip for the halving, then that would be awesome. People can take profits there if you want to, right? Okay, so but at the same time, we have been talking about March, April for a repeg, so we don't really actually just want to get up to 0.3075. We want to repeg USTC, and we want LUNC to skyrocket into the pennies and dollars, right? So we got different goals here, right? So the normal goal is to get up to that 3.05 and then pull back. But the real goal is to repeg by March and April and explode LUNC into the pennies and dollars. While everybody else is weak, LUNC is strong into the pennies and dollars. Okay. Um, and USTC is at 4% here and 0.026. Okay. So it's not in the in the range of the dinar evaluation that I was told. So I'm not gonna tell you when when it is in when it is in that range. I'm not gonna say anything. You will know though because I'm gonna be happy. How about that? All right. So when USCC is in that price range that I was told, that's when the dinar is gonna revalue in that price range. I'm gonna be I'll be more excited about USTC. All right. How about that? That'll be your hint that we're in that price range of what I was told that the dinar is gonna revalue in that price range. So. We'll see what happens. And then we got 67 cents here on Luna. And like I said before, my Luna is ready to go. My Luna is has been unstaked and is sitting there. My Luna 2.0 is sitting there, and my other Luna 2.0 is now being staked on Terra Station, right? Because I switched it from Atomic Wallet to Terra Station because Atomic Wallet was giving us like 7%. I think I'm getting 19% over there on a station because I'm with a delegator that has zero commissions on there. So but I do have my some of my Luna 2.0 available as well. And so I'm hoping that this thing just absolutely explodes here to 20 up into that 10, 15, $20 area, which you would have thought it would have started to run up there when Doquan news came out. But nope. So anyways, it is what it is. 3.81 and then got 11% here. So we can get 20 bucks on this thing by April. March, April, this thing is at 20 bucks, and that's success. That's really successful, right? That's a really good job, right? 10x from right here will be $6.71. So you know, okay. So that's what's going on with that. Let's go over to Station and see what's going on with Station here. And yesterday we talked about the KYC mania, like WrestleMania, KYC mania. We got a lot of KYC stuff going on here, so. The global burn program is not passing at all because validators don't want to burn and they don't want CEXs to burn and reduce the supply because that will skyrocket LUNC and they will lose all their delegations. So they're not a fan of that. They're not a fan of repegging either. Um, Hidden voting results are not a fan of that. This has nothing to do with us. And then you got the contributions without KYC. The only problem with this is that are the bad actors trying to get over this KYC so that they can get in and do some things and harm the blockchain. We don't know. We have no clue, right? If it's just regular volunteers that want to do stuff without KYC, that's a different story. But if it's the bad actors that want to get in here and be able to get in the blockchain so that they can, screw around with it and mess it up for us, then that's a different story. That's a red flag, right? Um, and then you have add Certic as a recognized KYC provider. That's going to pass here as well. All right, and now of course some of the bad actors have voted no with veto, and they don't want Certic to do anything on here, right? So okay, it is what it is. This should have passed. This should be 99.9% passing, but we do got some bad actors that are clearly here in this chain. They don't want Certic or anybody. They don't even want Binance to burn tokens. They actually hate Binance burning because it's reducing the supply, right? So anybody that's reducing the supply and trying to make LUNC get back into the pennies and dollars, they can't stand, right? They can't. They hate it. Anybody that wants to actually repeg and actually burn tokens and not just talk about repeg and researching and putting out weekly updates without even burning anything or doing anything is they'll be for that. But if you dump the community pool, but they're not going to be for the burn it all validator. Brad's burning it all validator. Not going to be for that one because he's actually burning USTC to repeg it, and that goes against them. And all right. Okay. So and whatever their mission is to take over, right? So all right. So let's go over here to Steakman and see what's going on. And we're at 22 million in burns today, which is nothing. And then we also have 12,000 here on USTC. Burns were heating up at one point, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. What happened? I mean, this thing was really heating up, and then all of a sudden it just blah, right? So you can see it right here. I mean, we were heating up, man. Look at that. 1.8 million, 2 million, 2.5, and then we just stopped, right? So it's kind of interesting, right? USCC was doing really well there, and then it stopped. And of course, yesterday we talked about how we're at the top here. We need to watch out because somebody's going to dump because this happens all the time. Every time we get to this level, somebody, and we're about to get to that 3 area, or we're in that 3 area, that 1 trillion, 30 billion area, somebody always unstakes a big amount, and like clockwork, it happened again. So this is not a coincidence. This is actually, these people are so bored that they're actually planning these things. When they see the staking goes up into the threes, they're ready to unstake 7 billion, 6 billion, 5 billion tokens. You gotta have no life to be planning to be sitting there and watching the staking and then say, okay, go, unstake 7 billion, unstake 5 billion, and then the whole plan is so that it discourages the LUNC community from staking, or and it also stops the LUNC community from staking a lot of tokens and building this thing up and getting to new highs in staking and pushing us through to that 2 to 3 trillion. I already said our goal is 2 trillion, 3 trillion, 3 to 4 trillion staking this year, right? So that should be our goal, and that's what we should be doing. The currency community. Now, I'm not even going to say the currency 365 community because I realize a lot of people in the currency 365 community can't stand Luna Classic anymore, and they're done. And they're gonna and that's gonna be really sad because we're literally almost to our goal. I mean, our deadline of March, April, when we were talking about we could see a miracle happen in this time period, and we could see a repay. And so all of these people that are in the Currency 365 crew and the ISO Media crew that are no longer watching the LUNC videos and no longer participating in the LUNC community, they're gonna have to watch us celebrate. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be awful. A lot of people on Patreon, they're not part of the LUNC community as well anymore. A lot of you guys have sold your tokens and have moved on, right? And but God already said this was the one He was gonna use to bring the wealth transfer to His people. So if you can't understand that and you didn't want to pray about it yourself and you didn't want to go, you don't want to go through the struggles to become multi-million dollars or even a billionaire, that's on you, right? So it is what it is. Some people don't want to do it, some people want to do it, but don't complain or don't get jealous when you see this thing in the pennies and dollars, and people have made 100 million to $3 billion, and you're like, that should have been me. No. You decided to sell, so don't complain and don't get upset and don't beg anybody for money or say, hey, I need some of that. That's not fair. Don't. You were in it. All you have to do is stay in it, right? So don't do that, right? Because I already conceded that's gonna happen. Some of you guys are gonna be very jealous of the people that stuck it out, and don't be that way, man. Don't do that. That's not right because these people, me and others, are sticking it out, and we're going through the struggle of this community, this community that's up and down and arguing against each other, fighting every day against each other. It's not fun, but nothing is fun when you nothing is Nothing in life is that easy to become a million, 100 millionaire or a billionaire, guys and girls. You want to be a billionaire? You want to be 100 millionaire? You want to make 10 million off of this thing? You're going to have to go through some things, man. Right? It's not an easy road. Some things are easy. Like, I'm not gonna say any names of companies because then they might get attacked, right? But there's some communities out there that are very simple, easy, and it's just like Stephen A says, it's just blue and orange skies. You know what I mean? And then there's some communities that are really really difficult to be around, right? And they really piss you off, and you want to sell every day, and you want to get out, but you know that the reward is so much greater, right? And so then that's what Luna Classic is. It's a pain in the butt, but the rewards is that you have a chance to become a billionaire in this thing, right? Because you got in so low and it's going up. It's going to be going back so high. Okay. Lunk is at 4 billion in the community pool, and then we got 8.5 in USTC, community pool as well. All right, so we don't have the proposal to take 1% a week out and swap it for USTC and for the repay purposes. That's probably not going to pass because once again, the validators do not want to repeg this thing, right? They don't want to repeg. They don't want to burn. They don't want to reduce supply. And if you're taking 1% out of community pool, which is nothing, by the way, the community pool is probably growing at 3 to 5% a week. So you take 1% out of it, and then you use it to burn buy USCC and burn it. And well, then you're trying to repeg, and they're out. They're going to vote no with veto on that. And even though it's not a scam proposal, they're still going to vote no with veto in a heavy amount because they don't want any of that stuff to happen. Okay, they don't even want Lunk to even pump to the upside to 0.00 3 zeros in the five. They are scared because they know that people are going to be undelegating. Okay. So I think everybody understands that now. It's definitely clear. I mean, here we go. We talked about it. We got it right. So there's somebody just said, I'm out 7 billion undelegated, right on schedule as they always do when we hit that same mark every single time. So it is what it is. Top validator Jesus Lord 2. And as they continue to leave Jesus as Lord 1, which is it's unexplainable, but whatever. And look, this time the culprit is Kryptonium or whatever the name is, and 7 billion, right on schedule, as if they're just watching the videos, watching my videos, and they're watching the staking percentage, and they're just saying when it gets to that more point, when it gets to that 1 trillion 30 billion, we're out, right? Every single time like clockwork. Okay. So there's nothing we can do about it. It's just nothing we can do about that. Okay. So, all right. So let's go over here to the validators. And let's check out the validators and wrap up the video. All right. So just hang in there, guys and girls. Hang in there. Brighter days are coming, man. At some point, this thing is just going to take off and it's going to leave everybody behind. And there'll be no doubt. There'll be no more doubts, right? So at some point, this is just going to take off. Okay, so and we're hoping it's soon, right? We're hoping it's in the time period of the repeg that we're talking about, that March April time period. And we're hoping it's now, right? Get up there and start heading up towards the 302, 303, 304, 5, 6, maybe even 201, right? Start getting some momentum there, and we can burn a whole bunch of tokens when we're up that high, right? We're gonna be burning a whole bunch of tokens. Your staking rewards are gonna be better, going to be more juicier on the dollar side, dollar value side, and then we're also going to be burning a lot more tokens when we're up at those prices. So it's a win-win. Um, Only problem is that a lot of people will undelegate. I wish they didn't, but that we can't stop them from doing that. Okay, so here are the validators. And of course, if we do get up to that 305, 306, 201, this is going to look a lot different. And I told you guys at least three of the top three validators in the top 10 are going to absolutely collapse. So And that's why they don't want the price to go up, right? So, because some people are going to be undelegating, like you thought the last time we went up was crazy with undelegations. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wait, if Lunk hits that 305 and continues to go up towards that 201. 50% of the delegations will be undelegated immediately, right? So we know that because people are going to be worth 6 7 figures. Why not? I mean, you can't complain about that. Congratulations, everybody. That's what I'll be saying. I'm not a hater, right? We got some people that are haters in this community. Look, they made 900,000. Why are they undelegating? Because they made 900,000. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is, man. Oh, Jesus Lord about to lose that 51 billion. Okay. Let's see here. The rest of the validators are here, folks. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, and some of them are in between. You have to decide for yourself. All right, take care, everybody. Hey, Jesus Lord too, about to be in the top 50. And now I'm at a 2% commissions. So as it continues to rise, it's going to be at a 3% commission, then a 4, then it's going to be at a 5, and then people are going to be complaining about your commissions are too high. How life works, isn't it? That's how life works, folks. All right, so burn it all right there with next to Baywatch, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to Baywatch. You know, I don't know if they're good guys or bad guys. I just like the name. I just like the name Baywatch. You know, remember that? Remember the show Baywatch? Anybody remember that with Pamela Anderson? Oh, life is going too fast. Okay, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.